All right, before we jump into camera settings, I want to make one thing clear. Most videos you see about the Nikon ZR are made by people who've used the camera for a short period of time. Maybe they're trying it out. They'll walk through menus, list specs, and technically explain settings, which is fine. The difference with us is that we've used this camera countless times, over countless hours on real shoots, photo, video, hybrid, client work, travel, and run and gun. So instead of covering every setting, I'm only going to show you the settings we've actually changed, the ones that genuinely matter, and the ones that have made this camera faster, more reliable, and easier to use in real-world situations. These settings are built specifically for hybrid shooters, which is who this camera was designed for in the first place. For photography-based gigs or moments, I usually shoot manual. But in hybrid situations where I'm constantly switching between photo and video, I'll often set the camera to aperture priority or shutter priority to move faster. My photo button layout is extremely simple and quick to access. Button 1 is set to ISO. I press it, scroll the back dial, and I'm changing ISO instantly. Button 2 is my mode dial, so I can quickly switch between manual, aperture priority, or shutter priority. And button 3 is my display button to toggle different on-screen information. The front dial controls shutter speed. The back dial controls aperture. And that's it. Simple, fast, no overthinking. Also, side note, I absolutely love that zoom rocker. It's clutch when you need to quickly punch in and check focus. My quick menu, or what I like to call the Big 12, has only the essentials I need when I'm shooting. I've got white balance adjustment, AF area mode so I can cycle subject detection and focus modes, silent mode for quiet environments, release mode to quickly switch between single frame and continuous shooting. And quick side note on that, I just realized this, the self timer lives in here too. I know that's for sure gonna help someone looking for the self timer. All right, now let's jump into the main menu. Under image quality, I shoot RAW plus JPEG fine with the star next to it. That way, if I'm doing non-critical street photography, I can grab the JPEGs immediately, but I still have the RAWs for professional work. Fine with the star next to it gives you the highest JPEG quality and RAW quality with the lowest compression this camera has to offer. Under RAW recording, I use high efficiency with the star. I've never seen a noticeable difference between this and lossless compression, and it saves card space, which matters. Under ISO sensitivity settings, turn on auto ISO sensitivity control and set your maximum sensitivity to 6400. Now when you're in photo mode, press button 1, scroll to auto ISO, and you're good. This is huge for hybrid gigs. You can stay in a priority mode, let the camera handle exposure, and focus on getting the shot. This camera handles higher ISOs extremely well. Hey, real quick, if you're a photographer or filmmaker doing real client work, we put together something that'll help you a ton. It's called the Hybrid Creator Toolkit, and it's completely free. It includes our client call checklist, hybrid shoot checklist, editing folder structure, and delivery email templates. Basically the systems we use on every job. Grab it using the link below. It's free, no catch. All right, back to the video. All right, let's move into the most essential video settings, starting with button layout. Button 1 again controls ISO, but here it's used to quickly cycle between the native ISOs, which are 800 and 6400. Press the button, then scroll the front dial. Button 2 adjusts white balance. And button 3 toggles display info, just like in our photo layout. The front dial controls shutter angle, which I rarely change, but if I run into flicker, it's right there. The back dial controls aperture. All right, in my video Big 12, I keep frame size and frame rate, audio input sensitivity, wind noise reduction for scratch audio, frequency response if I want vocals instead of ambient sound, and AF area mode and subject detection, product review mode, which is incredibly useful for product shots. Essentially everything I actually need, nothing extra. All right, now into the main video menu. And yes, this might upset some people, but I set the camera to the only truly professional codec in this camera, R3D NE 12-bit. Frame size, 6K is incredible, but 4K is still very good and helps reduce file sizes if needed. Under ISO sensitivity settings, set low sensitivity to 800, high sensitivity to 6400. Now, make sure 32-bit float audio recording is turned on. For some reason, it's off by default. This will absolutely save you, so don't skip this. All right, now head into the custom settings menu, scroll down to G, which is for video. Under control lock, I lock shutter speed or shutter angle. I bump that dial more than I'd like to admit, so this saves me. For autofocus, AF speed is set to +2 and AF tracking sensitivity is set to 4. Not too fast, not too slow. Under G13, change shutter speed to shutter angle. Set it to 180 degrees and forget about it. Unless you need to adjust for flicker or do a creative slow shutter effect, essentially you leave your shutter angle at 180. This removes the need to do math every time you change frame rates, like you have to when you're using shutter speed. Okay, under G15, you can import 3D LUTs here. My absolute favorite is red film bias to Rec 709 BT 1886. It gives you a nice pop while staying close to Rec 709, so what you see is very close to what you get in post. Here you can load multiple LUTs using that micro SD card, which yes, a lot of people hate it on, but this is what it's for. I also keep a couple black and white LUTs loaded. It makes shooting more fun and removes color distractions. Remember, this is raw, so those LUTs aren't baked in. It's just for the viewing monitor. Under G19, I use waveforms for exposure. You can switch between waveform and histogram here. Under G22, turn on the red recording frame indicator. All right, now let's head into the setup menu. Set auto temperature cutout to high, turn self-portrait mode off. When that setting's on, the camera disables certain touch controls when the screen is pointing towards you, and I want full access when filming myself. That's it. Those are the essential Nikon ZR settings we've personally changed and rely on for day-to-day shoots. If you have any questions or want us to break this down for your specific type of work, drop a comment down below. And if this helped, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Some of you guys have been sitting on the side, hit that subscribe button. We're building this channel for hybrid creators who actually use their gear in the real world. Hey, appreciate you guys a ton, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.